Have you ever wondered how your favorite Nescafe coffee is made? Let's start at the beginning with the birth of coffee beans. Coffee doesn't start out as beans, but as cherries. Yes, cherries. Coffee plants are an evergreen shrub, and they produce cherries that house the precious beans inside. These plants are a bit finicky. They demand just the right conditions to thrive. They prefer high-altitude locations, usually between 2,000 and 6,000 feet above sea level, and they love a tropical climate. Think about places like Brazil, Colombia, and Ethiopia. These are the world's top coffee producers. But why do these conditions matter? Well, the climate and altitude play a big role in the flavor of the coffee. The beans grown at higher altitudes often have a brighter, more acidic flavor, while those grown at lower altitudes tend to be more robust and full-bodied. Once the coffee cherries are ripe and ready, they're harvested by hand. This is a painstaking process, as not all cherries ripen at the same time. Typically, a picker will circle back to the same plant several times during the harvest season. Now let's talk extraction. After the cherries are picked, they're pulped to remove the outer layer of the cherry, revealing the beans inside. Then, they're fermented and washed to remove the mucilage, a sticky substance coating the beans. After that, the beans are dried, either in the sun or in drying machines. And voila! What we're left with is green coffee beans. They don't look like much, but these green nuggets are packed with potential. They're ready to be shipped to factories, like Nescafe's, where they'll be roasted and transformed into the coffee we know and love. That's how coffee beans start their journey, from a small coffee plant to your favorite Nescafe cup. Now that we have our coffee beans, it's time to give them that distinctive Nescafe flavor. Roasting is an art, a skill that Nescafe has mastered over the years. It's this process that turns the raw green coffee beans into the dark, aromatic kernels we know and love. It's a transformative process, one that takes the potential inside the bean and unlocks it, bringing it to the forefront. So how does it work? It all starts in a roaster, a large, rotating drum that's preheated to a temperature as high as 450 degrees Fahrenheit. As the beans tumble around in the drum, they absorb the heat. This triggers a series of chemical reactions that change the bean's structure, resulting in the development of hundreds of flavor compounds. The role of time and temperature in roasting cannot be overstated. It's a delicate balance. Roast the beans for too long or at too high a temperature, and you risk burning them, creating a bitter flavor. Roast them too briefly or at too low a temperature, and the beans may end up underdeveloped, lacking the depth and richness that make a great cup of coffee. Nescafe's roast masters monitor the process closely, using their experience and expertise to ensure the beans reach their flavor potential. Once the beans have reached the desired roast level, they need to be cooled rapidly. This is crucial because even after being removed from the heat, the beans continue to roast due to their high internal temperature. By cooling them quickly, we halt the roasting process, locking in the desired flavor profile and preventing over-roasting. This cooling process is done using a process called quenching, where the beans are sprayed with a fine mist of water while being agitated. This not only cools the beans, but also helps to remove any remaining chaff, the papery skin that comes off the beans during roasting. So there you have it. The art of roasting is a careful balance of time, temperature, and technique, one that Nescafe has honed to perfection. And just like that, the roasting process transforms the humble coffee bean into a flavor-packed powerhouse. So we have our roasted beans, but how do we turn them into that familiar Nescafe coffee? Let's dive into the secret of extraction, a critical stage of the process where the true essence of the coffee beans is unveiled. This stage is all about drawing out the rich flavors and enticing aromas that have been built up during the roasting. Now you might be wondering, how does Nescafe coax these delightful characteristics out of the beans? The answer lies in the humble, yet powerful, element of water. Yes, that's right. Water is the chosen vehicle to unlock the coffee's hidden potential. Think of it like this. Imagine each coffee bean as a miniature treasure chest filled with aromatic oils and flavorful compounds. The water acts as a key, opening up the chest and releasing the treasure within. As the water permeates the beans, it absorbs these aromatic oils and flavorful compounds and carries them away. It's a delicate dance between the water and the beans, and the result is a rich liquid brimming with the essence of the beans. But Nescafe doesn't stop there. The liquid is then concentrated to intensify the coffee experience. This isn't about making the coffee merely stronger. It's about enhancing the harmony of flavors and aromas, creating a more robust and balanced coffee. It's a process that requires precision and control, and Nescafe has perfected it over the years. The extraction process is a fascinating journey that transforms a humble bean into the familiar, comforting cup of Nescafe coffee we all know and love. It's a testament to the craftsmanship and dedication that Nescafe puts into every single cup. And there you have it. That's how Nescafe reveals the hidden magic within each coffee bean. It's a process of careful balance, precision, and respect for the raw materials, ensuring that every sip of Nescafe coffee delivers a delightful coffee experience. The extraction process is what makes Nescafe coffee taste like, well, coffee. The next step in our journey is perhaps the most fascinating: freeze drying. This process is where the art of science meets the soul of coffee. The coffee, now a rich aromatic liquid, is introduced to an ultra-cold environment where it is rapidly frozen. This sudden plunge into the icy depths locks in the coffee's distinctive flavor and aroma, preserving the essence of its origin and the craftsmanship of its preparation. Once frozen, the coffee enters a vacuum chamber. Here, under conditions reminiscent of outer space, the frozen water in the coffee sublimates. That's a fancy way of saying it transforms directly from ice to vapor, skipping the liquid phase entirely. This is the drying part of freeze drying. It's a delicate process that requires careful control of temperature and pressure. Too much heat and the coffee could lose its flavor. Too much pressure and the ice won't sublimate properly. It's a balancing act that's been perfected over many years to ensure every cup of Nescafe delivers the same consistent taste and aroma. Now you might be wondering, why go through all this trouble? Why not just dry the coffee in the open air? Well, freeze drying has a unique advantage. It allows the coffee to retain its original structure and flavor profile. When water is added back into the coffee, it rehydrates instantly, releasing the preserved flavor and aroma. That's why Nescafe can promise you a perfect cup of coffee every time in an instant. This is what sets Nescafe apart. This is what makes it an instant coffee. Not just any instant coffee, but a coffee crafted with care. A coffee that captures the rich history of its beans, the skill of its roasting, the precision of its extraction, and the science of its freeze drying. So next time you're savoring a cup of Nescafe, remember the journey it's been on, from the fertile soils where its beans were born, through the fiery roasts and the meticulous extraction, to the icy embrace of the freeze dryer. Freeze drying is the magic that turns our liquid coffee into the Nescafe instant coffee we all know and love. We're almost there. But before our coffee can hit the shelves, there's one more step. Our journey today brings us to a crucial stage in the coffee-making process: packaging. This is where our freshly made Nescafe coffee is carefully sealed, either in jars or sachets, to preserve its rich aroma and robust flavor. This is no ordinary process. It's a symphony of precision and care, ensuring that every single grain of coffee reaches you as fresh as the moment it was ground. Imagine for a moment the coffee you enjoy every morning, that invigorating aroma that fills your kitchen, that robust flavor that kickstarts your day. It all comes down to the packaging. The packaging process is designed to lock in all the goodness of the coffee, creating a barrier against the outside world. It's like a time capsule, preserving the freshness, the aroma, and the flavor until the moment you decide to indulge. But that's not all. At Nescafe, we believe in the power of quality. Each jar, each sachet that leaves our factory is subjected to rigorous quality control checks. It's our promise to you, a promise of consistency, of quality, and of a coffee experience that is second to none. Every product that bears the Nescafe name is a testament to our unwavering commitment to excellence. Our quality control checks are not just about ensuring that the coffee is of the highest quality. It's also about ensuring that the packaging is flawless, that the seal is perfect, and that the coffee inside is protected from the elements. It's about making sure that every time you open a jar or a sachet of Nescafe coffee, you're opening a world of flavor, a world of aroma, a world of coffee perfection. And there you have it, from a humble coffee bean to the Nescafe coffee that you enjoy every morning, a journey of flavor, aroma, and a whole lot of love.